Welcome. I am Angela Harrell, Senior Vice President, Chief Diversity and Corporate Responsibility Officer at Voya Financial and the President of Voya Foundation. Thank you for joining us for the 10th annual 100 Best Wise High Schools Teaching Personal Finance. This is absolutely one of my favorite events of the entire year. There is nothing better than celebrating the young people and the educators who've taken personal finance seriously. It gives me so much hope for our future. And WISE is such a special partner to Voya. And the work that the organization is doing to make a meaningful change in communities all around the country is truly inspiring. And the organization is led by a woman who inspires me every time I get the opportunity to spend time with her. I have the pleasure of introducing you to Phyllis Carrillo, who is the founder, president, and CEO of Working in Supportive Education. Phyllis is a pioneer in the field of financial education and for almost 40 years has been a tireless advocate for developing the financial literacy of young Americans. She has spearheaded many financial education programs and initiatives, including WISE's Financial Literacy Certification Program, which she started in 2002. She is a trusted partner and friend. Welcome, Phyllis.
Thank you, Angela. Welcome, everyone, and sincere appreciation to our grant providers, donors, partners, educators, students, volunteers, and board members, too many to single out, for your meaningful role in making financial literacy certification a national success. Also, a heartwarming thank you to Voya. To all of our special guests this afternoon, and our keynote, Sam Stovall, Chief Investment Strategist at CFRA and WISE board member. And for so many reasons, WISE is truly proud of the certification program that began in school year 2001-2002. By the end of this year, we will have reached nearly 1.3 million students and will have provided 120 newly developed certification exams. It's a rich history of ongoing change. Our first test was administered in the spring of 2002. In 2003, we introduced Money Power, a website that enabled students to take our practice tests. In 2004-05, we started testing in schools in Virginia, Arkansas, New Jersey, and Georgia. In 2008, our first certification exam for personal finance instructors was given. 1 year later, we began our MoneyWise program for survivors of domestic violence in the Bronx, New York. A year later, again, in 2010, our tests were offered online. And then, in 2013, at the New York Stock Exchange on Wall Street, with Voya as our partner, we announced the first national ranking of the 100 best WISE high schools teaching personal finance. And the program's momentum continued, expanding to schools beyond the 28 states we had in 2013, being honored by the Treasury Department with their Sherman Award for Excellence in Financial Education, creating an Ambassador's Award honoring students with cash for their outstanding plan to promote financial education and to help others become financially literate. Revising and significantly expanding our practice test question database, participating in a hackathon last year to develop a prototype for a financial literacy app, And this year, launching the digital app, giving our educators and students access to our practice test questions. Today, as Angela said, is our 10th anniversary. We will be honoring high schools from school year 2020-2021, when 81% of participating students passed their certification test. These 100 schools being honored today had 91% of their students certified. And the 10 top high schools this year had an amazing 99% of the students certified with an average test score of 91%. Today, we will also mark the 10th anniversary by recognizing the schools ranked in the top 10 during the past 10 years the most times, or ranked on the 100 best for all 10 years. Warm congratulations to all schools being honored today, their teachers and their students. It is an achievement that was earned. As I think about the future, I'm truly optimistic. All states have personal finance in their state standards. A number of states require a personal finance course to be taught, and a growing number of these states require all students to take personal finance for high school graduation. COVID, for sure, has taught the country about the need for an emergency fund. Yes, I strongly believe personal finance will be given more attention, and that there will be, and that we will be considered pioneers in moving the needle to increase economic wellness. Thank you all. Now let's view our 2022 100 Best video.
I think it's great that my school offers financial literacy classes because it's like giving you stepping stones on how to be an independent and smart adult in the real world.
At Voya Financial, we've actually pinpointed the milestones in a child's life where if you teach them about these milestones and smart decision making, they're much more likely to achieve a secure retirement later on. And those milestones are student debt, credit, housing and home ownership, financial products and services, and financially planning for a family. So if you teach those kids about those decisions, they're so much more likely to live a life of financial security.
I think it is so important for students to graduate financially literate. It is the foundation for life, quite frankly. The WISE program enables us to start young and to make sure that they get the skills that they need to be responsible, literate financially adults.
The Financial Literacy Certification Program asks schools to teach personal finance, and schools that are registered administer our national standardized financial literacy test. And the students who pass that test become certified financially literate.
The Financial Literacy Program is a very innovative program that gives you a bird's eye view of elements of finance that hit you as you're going through your life.
What WISE does is really tailors their program to the most important lessons for teens and high school graduates to understand before they become more independent. So it's been so helpful in terms of preparing these students for their futures.
I think it's great that the school offers this program because a lot of students throughout the country don't have access to this type of education.
What I like about the WISE Financial Literacy Certification Program is that it's established, it's now celebrating 20 years, and it provides the structure, it provides the curriculum, and it provides the tool to ensure that these students are getting the level of literacy that they need.
I just want to thank WISE to give my students the opportunity that they have given them. For my students to participate in this, it's a big accomplishment, and the fact that it's recognized in all 50 states, that's a big deal.
Before I took this course, I was working at a part-time job, and the money I was making was coming in fast, and it was definitely leaving faster. And after I took this course, I created a savings account. I put my 10% in, and I also made sure that I'm having a little bit more money for emergency things.
I know a lot of people have never explored how to open a bank account, how to open a credit card, and don't know how to do those things. And if we don't learn it in high school, when will we learn it?
A student emailed me about opening up their credit card, and I could tell in the email there was a sense of pride that they really researched the card, found one with no annual fee, with good rewards and low penalties.
Over the years, I've heard so many inspirational stories of the students and educators taking that extra step. And I hope that in the going forward years, we're going to see more and more schools and more states continue to excel on such an important topic like financial literacy.
Many of my students have mentioned to me that they have taken the certificates to work and have actually managed to get more than just the minimum wage. It's also recognized on college application forms, and some of them are even putting it on their resumes.
This certification means a lot to me. It's very useful. I can use it at work for different trainings, getting paid more money. It comes in very handy.
For me, the WISE certification is helpful because not only can it be put on college applications and job applications, but once you have gotten a job, it can not only help to get you a pay raise, but also help you to have more important roles within that job, since you have the certification showing that you are financially literate.
The 100 best national ranking is so important because first and foremost, recognition. When that list is published, you're looking for your name, or you're looking to see how you can move up in the ranking. So I think that's awesome.
We're a highly impoverished area. Many of our students are one of the first ones in their families to receive high school diploma. It brought a smile to my face to know that our kids were excelling in something that would really carry with them throughout their life.
This is a great honor for our little town, something that's going to be talked about for a long time to come. And I attribute this to my students, to their hunger to learn, and also their passion to become financially sound and stable.
Our school's ranking, it's really just an honor for the students. It's really a testament to the work that they put in.
It's a huge honor for us that our students put in a ton of hard work after school, a ton of hard work during school. They take it seriously, and this is the result.
To the schools that ranked in the 100 best WISE high schools, congratulations. To have the level of knowledge that you have today, right now, exceeds likely the knowledge that most adults have. So it really gives you a tremendous advantage and is going to do amazing things for you as you continue to navigate throughout your life.
I hope you recognize me from the video. I'm Michael Vershovsky, WISE board member and Chief Executive Officer at CWM Partners. I'm joined by my fellow board member, Robert Pinard, Vice President at City National Bank. Each year, we recognize the top performing small, medium, and large schools in the national ranking. I have the pleasure of announcing the top small schools in the 2022 100 Best Schools from 10th to 6th place. Robert will then announce the schools ranked from 5th to 1st place. In 10th place, from Nebraska, St. Paul High School. 9th, from Virginia, John Burton High School. 8th, from Nebraska, Sargent Public Schools. Ranking 7th, from South Dakota, Jones County High School. And 6th, from Virginia, Council High School. Congrats, and take it away, Robert.
Thank you, Mike. I'm now pleased to announce the school's rank from 5th to 1st. Coming in at number 5, New Jersey Marine Academy of Science and Technology. 4th place, from Virginia, Richmond Community High School. In 3rd place, from New Jersey, High Technology High School. Ranked number 2 from New York, high school for math, science, and engineering at City College of New York. And now, it's my privilege to announce the first place school from Virginia, Hurley High School. Congratulations to all these schools.
Hello, my name is Jeanluc Cruz, and in 2021, I was one of the winners of the WISE Financial Literacy Ambassadors Award. And I just wanted to give a few remarks on what personal finance means to me and how winning the Ambassador Award has affected my journey with personal finance, not only personally, but in my school environment. Personal finance is important to me, mainly because of the freedom it has the potential to empower people with. If you have an apt understanding of core concepts such as saving, budgeting, and investing, you can obtain the key to unlocking the door to financial freedom. This is why I was so grateful to be named the Financial Literacy Ambassador for WISE. I know that this selection will allow for new opportunities in providing financial knowledge in my community. Additionally, my school being an active participant in the WISE Financial Literacy Certification Program further facilitates this environment of robust financial education. I cannot tell you the number of people in my finance classes who are looking to expand their skills and have come to me with personal finance related questions. To have the knowledge and ability to give them the help that they deserve is truly a special and rewarding experience. Getting to be a part of the spark that lights their personal finance journey is enriching to say the least. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
My name is Darryl Friedman, and I'm a WISE board member and a strategic consultant to CEOs in the world of Jewish philanthropy. I'm joined by my fellow board member, Jim Avery, a partner at Checkett's Partner Investment Management. It's my pleasure to announce the top mid-size high schools in the ranking of the 2022 100 best schools. I will announce the schools from 10th to 6th place, and then Jim will announce the 5 top ranked schools. In 10th place from Wise County in Virginia, Central High School. 9th place from Arkansas, Vilonia High School. 8th place from New York, Briarcliff High School. Ranked 7th from New York, Marcellus High School. And 6th from Virginia, Union High School.
Thank you, Darryl. I'm now pleased to introduce the schools ranked from 5th to 1st. 5th from Utah, Utah County Academy of Science. 4th from Tennessee, Central Magnet School. 3rd from Virginia, Virginia High School. Ranked 2nd from New York, Eleanor Roosevelt High School. And now, please join me in congratulating the first place for the mid-sized school from Arkansas, Academies of West Memphis. Congratulations.
I have the distinct pleasure of introducing a very dear friend, someone I've known for many, many years, and someone that you may know as well, because if you watch the financial news reports, he's very often on TV. Our keynote speaker today is Sam Stovall, a WISE board member and the chief investment strategist from CFRA. Sam serves as an analyst, publisher, and communicator of CFRA's outlooks for the economy, market, and sectors. As chairman of the CFRA Investment Policy Committee, Sam focuses on market history and valuations, as well as industry momentum strategies. He's often called upon, by the way, to give presentations and webinars because he really is a history buff and he certainly knows the history of the market. He's also an author. He's written The Standard and Poor's Guide to Sector Investing and The 7 Rules of Wall Street. In addition, Sam writes a weekly investment piece featured on CFRA's MarketScope Advisor platform. His work is also found in The Outlook, a weekly newsletter. Prior to joining S&P, Standard & Poor's Global, in 1989 and CFRA in 2016, Sam served as an editor-in-chief at Argus Research, an independent investment research firm in New York City. He has an MBA in finance from New York University and a BA in history education from Muhlenberg College in Allentown, Pennsylvania. He is a certified financial planner and is a trustee of the Securities Industry Institute, the executive development program held annually at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. Let's all welcome Sam.
Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you, everybody. And most important, congratulations to everybody for reaching the pinnacle of financial literacy, being among the top 100 schools. This is indeed a special day for you. Now remember what you have learned so that you can put that knowledge to work once you start investing for yourself. I'd like to share with you 4 bits of advice before you actually start earning a living and investing for, believe it or not, retirement. First off, pay yourself. Pay yourself first by participating in your company-sponsored retirement plan. Second, take the free money and run. What I mean by that is don't miss out on your company's annual match. So whatever money you put in to your retirement plan, they will tend to match a majority of that. Contribute at least enough to receive all of your company's match. At Standard & Poor's, for every 3% we put in, they matched it by 3%. And the next 3%, they matched it by 1/2 of that. So we might have put in 6%, but then we ended up getting 10.5% of our salary. So don't miss out on that free money. And lastly, ensure an age-appropriate exposure to stocks. An old rule of thumb is 110 minus your age equals your stock allocation. So if you are 20 years old today, 110 minus 20 means you should probably be having around 90% of your portfolio in equities. Now, a lot of people say, well, Sam, isn't investing gambling? And I say, absolutely not. Short-term trading is. But if you think that investing, long-term investing is gambling, I ask you, how many casinos pay the gambler 80% of the time? Because that is the frequency with which the total return for the S&P 500 has been positive going back to World War II. Also, stocks are the only common asset class that has outpaced inflation over the long haul. Well, why is inflation something that you really have to worry about? Well, when I was a senior in high school, which was so long ago that the Dead Sea was still alive, actually about 50 years ago, the average annual growth rate for stocks since then has been 12.5% versus 7% for bonds and only 4.5% for cash. And how much have prices gone up per year since then? Around 4%. But what is it today? Try 8.5%. To really put this into perspective, I did some very heavy research. I went to the store and I bought Pages in Time for my particular graduation year of 1973 and compared it with prices of 2021. Believe it or not, back in 1973, the average cost of a new house was $32,500. Today, the average cost of a new home in America is $347,000. The median income back then was about $13,000. Today it's $80,000. An average 2-bedroom apartment rent was $175 a month. Today, try $1,900 a month. Average car price back then was less than $4,000. Today, it's more than $40,000. And the cost of a gallon of gas was 40 cents back in 1973. I think I paid about $4.25 most recently. And then lastly, the cost of a movie was only $1.75, whereas around the country today it's $10. In New York, it's closer to $20. So what I'm telling the students is, remember, what you invest today should be considered deferred consumption, meaning that you are putting away money to afford to live in retirement about 50 years from now. So by investing early and often, you can feel confident about treating yourself to caviar rather than just living off of canned tuna.
Hello, I'm Jasmine Golovic, WISE board member and Senior Director of Marketing at SiriusXM. It is my pleasure to announce the top large-size high schools in the ranking of the 2022 100 Best Schools. I will announce the 10 schools from 10th to first place. In 10th place, from Virginia, Menchville High School. 9th, from Virginia, Thomasdale High School. 8th, from New York, Queens Technical High School. Ranked 7, from Wisconsin, Hamilton High School. 6th, from Nebraska, Lincoln Southeast High School. 5th, from Connecticut, Staples High School. 4th place, from New York, Shenandoah High School. 3rd, from Illinois, Whitney M. Young Magnet High School. Ranked 2nd place, from New Jersey, Passaic County Technical Institute. And now, please join me in congratulating the first place large school. From Florida, Southwest Miami High School. Congratulations to all of these schools.
Thank you, Jasmine. I'm David Anderson, WISE's Executive Vice President. Before we announce our 2 final rankings, we'd like to pause for a moment and engage you, the audience, in a short financial literacy quiz. Perhaps some of the great hints that Sam gave you a few moments ago will help you with your quiz. We're going to ask you 3 to 4 questions. They'll appear one by one on your screens. And when the questions pop up, take a few moments to read and answer. Each question comes with 4 options, and only one of the options is the right answer. There's no gotchas here. And to answer, just click on the option you think is correct. We will then share the results of that question before moving on to the next one. The results will be anonymous, so no pressure. That said, however, today's audience comprises of mostly personal finance educators and experts from the world of finance. So we're looking forward to 100% correct score. And with that, let us see the first question. Time value of money. What is $1 worth today? And we'll end the question when the timer feels we have critical mass. Okay, so we had quite a lot of answers all over the map, unfortunately, but the correct answer is $1 is the third one. $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow because of the power of compounding. Next question. Okay, Sam was talking about investment. What's likely to happen to bond prices if interest rates rise? Okay, much better. Most of you say, and you are correct, that bond prices are typically likely to fall when interest rates are rising, as they are today. Well done. Next question, please. Question about the monetary policy. Which one is not a monetary policy tool of the Fed? Again, a mixed bag. The correct answer here is the prime rate. The prime rate is the interest rate that banks charge to their best customers. It's not a tool of the Fed, whereas the Fed funds rate, the discount rate, reserve requirement are. And last question. Again, this was something Sam was talking about, inflation, and something we're very worried about today. Oh, great work. Last question, 100% right answer. Your money will be worth less in a year from now, or you'll be able to purchase less a year from now than you can today because of inflation. Well done. That was our last question. And I'm pleased now to turn the floor over to our next speaker, Judy Sams.
It's always an honor to be invited to attend this prestigious event, and even more so when I'm given the opportunity to say a few words. Good afternoon. I am Judy Sams, the Program Specialist for Business and Information Technology at the Virginia Department of Education. Following a long career as a classroom teacher, my transition to the Department of Education gave me the opportunity to work with the legislators, stakeholders, teachers, and students throughout the Commonwealth to develop and implement economics and personal finance as a graduation requirement for every student graduating from a public school in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Economics and personal finance has always been a favorite course of mine, and it's heartwarming to see the entire United States education community understanding and appreciating the importance and impact of this course. Other states are following Virginia's early lead to make personal finance or economics and personal finance a graduation requirement for every student. And that nationwide step forward in education cannot happen fast enough. But who is benefiting from the implementation of an economics and personal finance course? Everyone. Students are graduating from high school with a newfound interest and skill level in finance. Financial institutions are seeing more sound and individually rewarding personal finance decisions being made. Colleges and universities are seeing increasing enrollment in business and finance majors because of this early introduction to economics and personal finance. Businesses are finding a more diverse pool of applicants for an expanding financial world, which offers high wage, high skill, and high demand careers. And everyone is being exposed to an understanding of basic but valuable economics principles, such as how interest rates and savings and compound interest affect their ability to buy, sell, and invest, how tax money is collected and used, the importance of an emergency fund that Phyllis mentioned earlier, and even how their credit score may affect their ability to be hired in certain jobs. Everyone or just students? The answer is everyone, because students are even going home and excitedly talking about this content of this course to their parents. As a lifelong educator in Virginia, I would certainly be remiss if I didn't stop to reflect on and thank the many companies, organizations, and stakeholders who have provided and continue to provide professional development and endless resources for the teachers in the economics and personal finance classrooms throughout the Commonwealth and nationwide, and the numerous rewards and recognitions offered for the success of both the outstanding students and teachers. I would not attempt to name every one of them for fear of leaving out some of them. But the one who has been with us over the longest period of time, recognizing the student and teacher progress and success in financial literacy, is working in support of education, our beloved WISE. WISE goes beyond providing the financial literacy test that is recognized and used nationwide, but takes the testing process beyond the passing score to identify those who deserve national recognition for excellence, such as the individuals, schools, and states who are basking in that recognition today. Thank you, WISE, and all your supporters who devote the time, effort, skills, and monetary support to make special times such as today a memory that will never be forgotten. Special thanks from all of us for helping each of us to provide skills and knowledge that will encourage those being recognized today and those who we are responsible for their success to pay it forward to ensure the next generations will help keep our economy strong and financial literacy on the education forefront. Thank you. As Angela noted earlier, this is the 10th anniversary of the ranking of the 100 best schools. To celebrate this special year, it gives me great pleasure to present WISE's 10th anniversary award to the schools that have placed in the top 10 of the ranking the most times in the past 10 years, or have been ranked in the 100 best for all 10 years. In no particular order, the winners of the 2022 10th anniversary award are from New York, High School for Math, Science, and Engineering at City College of New York. From New Jersey, Passaic County Technical Institute. From Utah, Utah County Academy of Science. From Virginia, Richmond Community High School. From Virginia, Galileo High School. From Virginia, Hurley High School. From New Jersey, Marine Academy of Science and Technology. From Nebraska, Wausau Public Schools. From New York, Eleanor Roosevelt High School. From New Jersey, High Technology High School. From New York, Marcellus High School. From New York, Irondequoit High School. And from Tennessee, Central Magnet School. Pam Tester, the principal at Hurley High School in my home state of Virginia, and one of these 10 outstanding schools, has kindly joined us to say a few words. Congratulations and welcome, Pam.
Thank you. I want to begin. Thank you. I want to begin by saying thank you to my students and my teachers for this outstanding accomplishment. I must say that I feel like a proud parent, and I cannot keep from smiling. I'm just very proud of my school for this very prestigious award. One of the best things that we can give our students is for them to graduate financially capable young adults. Our goal is for our students to be able to navigate the real world and become successful, independent, and self-sufficient adults. And I'm very appreciative and thankful for this WISE financial program because it is such an asset to our school, our division, our state, to help us meet this very important need for our students. Because after all, financial literacy is the foundation for all of our lives. And again, a big thank you to Miss Megan Wolford, the teacher here in my very small school for personal finance. And I'm just very appreciative and thankful to my students for actually taking this test seriously. You know, I know that one day this will pay off for them.
Congratulate her for being part of the recognized schools over the past 10 years. I and Sam have the pleasure to announce the top 10 schools in the 2020 ranking of the 100 best WISE schools teaching personal finance. It is an honor to recognize these outstanding schools who set the standard for personal finance across instruction across America. Sam, would you please announce the schools in order of their ranking from 10th to 6th place?
Okay. Well, the school in 10th place is Council High School in Honaker, Virginia. Number 9, Virginia High School in Bristol, Virginia. Number 8, Marine Academy of Science and Technology in Highlands, New Jersey. I used to live there. Southwest Miami High School in Miami, Florida. And Eleanor Roosevelt High School in New York City. Shall I keep going? 5.
All right, I'll take over, Sam.
Okay.
I am so honored to have the pleasure of announcing the top 5 schools in the country. In 5th place, Richmond Community High School from Richmond, Virginia. Number 4, High Technology High School from Lincroft, New Jersey. Number 3, from New York, High School for Math, Science, and Engineering at City College of New York. I just moved from New York. That's why I sang it a little bit. Number 2, Hurley High School from Hurley, Virginia. And now, for the moment we have all been waiting for, it is an honor to announce the 2022 100 Best WISE High School Teaching Personal Finance from Arkansas, Academies of West Memphis. Congratulations. Here to accept the school's trophy is the amazing principal of the Academies of West Memphis High School, Gary Jackson. Welcome, Gary, and warmest congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Hear you perfectly.
Okay. First of all, thank you to WISE for bringing this program into public schools, exposing so many kids across the country to personal finance. There's no greater gift that we can give to our students than understanding finance that will carry them across every barrier that they have once they leave the building. We often talk about giving our kids unfair advantages when they leave this building. And how do we do that? And this program provides that opportunity for our kids to be able to go out and grasp and be earners for the rest of their lives and have an understanding of how it works. You heard us earlier talk about many of our students may be the first ones from our high school to graduate with a high school diploma. And so many of us have been tax recipients versus tax producers. And that's exciting to me. It's exciting for our kids to know that there is opportunity there with programs like WISE. Our kids have done an amazing job accepting the task at hand. But of course, when you have students in the classroom that are eager, you can never really have a great classroom until you have a teacher in the classroom that has a passion for learning as your students are teaching, as your students do for learning. So shout out to Dr. Cheryl Ring for bringing this. We know that our kids now will have a plan after diploma in financial literacy. It warms my heart to know that our kids have an opportunity to be successful by being in this classroom from a financial standpoint. It was really great hearing kids from across the country talking about starting that savings account, understanding 10%, putting back, paying yourself first, and bringing that to the attention to our students across this country is one of the greatest gifts that we can give our kids. We were talking the other day that I had a kid who graduated in English, and they had mentioned dangling participles, and I'm just not sure that that's relevant anymore. And so having a financial background, understanding how important it is, will lead our kids, their journey, and help them navigate wherever it is that they want to go. And that's our job as educators, to make sure that we supply them with those tools in their toolkit so they can be successful. So thank you to WISE. Thank you to all the students around the country. A special thank you to Dr. Ring and our students here at the Academies of West Memphis. It's a wonderful recognition that has been bestowed upon us, and we hope that we can do this for year after year to give our kids, as we like to say, an unfair advantage, and we do not apologize for that. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Gary, and congratulations again from all of us. In closing, I'm proud to release the entire ranking of the 100 best WISE high schools teaching personal finance for 2022. These schools you will see scrolling on the screen momentarily. The list will appear on our website, will be released to the media, and all schools in the 100 best ranking will receive a banner in due course. So congratulations to everybody. Very, very well done. Thank you very much for attending today's ceremony, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.